LiberalViewer presents.
So I don't usually accuse Fox News of actually lying, but a Fox News story I saw this week reminded me of the collective knowledge doctrine I learned in law school about corporate culpability, which says that, quote, the corporation is considered to have acquired the collective knowledge of its employees and is held responsible for their failure to act accordingly, unquote. And by that standard, Fox News failed to act honestly according to the facts known to its employees when Fox and Friends reported Wednesday morning on the story of the Florida public school officials up on contempt of court charges for breaking a promise to a federal judge like this.
A high school principal down in Florida and his athletic director are facing criminal charges for praying at a school luncheon. They are accused of violating a court order banning prayer in Santa Rosa County, Florida schools. But the two men joined us earlier on Fox and Friends and say it just seemed natural to pray.
Now, of course it seems natural for this principal to engage in prayer at a school event because what Fox News never reported in this segment was the long history of that principal and his teachers imposing their religious beliefs on public school students in a way so blatant and so rampant that the court order violated in this case actually became a consent decree in which the school district admitted wrongdoing and settled the case by promising the federal court there'd no longer be prayer at school events. And I know Fox News had that information and failed to report it to the Fox and Friends viewers Wednesday morning because on Tuesday night, Fox News anchor Megyn Kelly, of all people, admitted as much when appearing on the O'Reilly Factor, as you can see here.
They normally would not be facing criminal contempt charges for this, but they entered into a consent decree agreeing that there would be no more praying of this type at this school. And prior to that consent decree, there was a temporary
And that's because the ACLU
order.
threatened to sue him, right?
Yeah, and
okay.
I have to say, the ACLU had him dead to rights when the ACLU filed this lawsuit.
Is this a
the
public
praying
school?
was rampant.
Now, when even Megyn Kelly sides with the ACLU, you know that the defenders of civil liberties have a particularly strong set of facts, but you'd never know it from watching that Fox and Friends segment the next morning, which went on to take a year-old statement from the ACLU about activities where students were present, which you can find online at tinyurl.com/itsfromaugust2008, and use the statement as if it were reaction to these latest events to strawman the ACLU's position and falsely blame the ACLU for the possibility of criminal charges, as you can see here.
They could face time in jail. That's the charge that they face right now. The ACLU filed the complaint that sparked the charges. It says, quote, parents, not the public school, should be responsible for deciding whether their children receive religious education. Religious freedom is eroded when the government endorses any particular religious viewpoints. But get this, students weren't even at the lunch, and we weren't aware that the ACLU trumps the Constitution of the United States.
Now, of course, it's the Constitution of the United States that supports the ACLU position protecting students from government-imposed religion. Plus, Fox and Friends tried to blame the ACLU for sparking the complaint that led to the possible jail time when it was a school board member, not the ACLU, that reported this latest constitutional violation to the court, and it's the federal judge, angry at the principal for breaking his promise to the court, not the ACLU, that pursued the criminal contempt charges. And again, I know Fox News had that information and failed to report it to the Fox and Friends viewers Wednesday morning because on Tuesday night, Fox News anchor Megyn Kelly, of all people, admitted as much when appearing on the O'Reilly Factor, as you can again see here.
You have to take up with the judge. The ACLU didn't ask for
Suspend him,
criminal
school board
charges.
to suspend him or something. I mean, come on.
The judge
You're going
is
to jail for
mad.
praying?
The judge is mad. His order got ignored.
Really mad.
So, given all the information about this case known to the employees of Fox News on Tuesday night, it looks to me here under the collective knowledge doctrine that Fox News was lying to its viewers on Wednesday morning, but I want to know what you think. Given all the information Fox News had about this case on its Tuesday night show, was Fox News intentionally misleading its viewers on its Wednesday morning show? And given the pattern of similar attacks on the ACLU I've shown from Fox News over the years, why do you think that Fox News has again decided to portray wrongdoing by government officials as if it were wrongdoing by the ACLU?
I YouTube, you decide.